Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's Tuesday Leadership Tip. For this week, I want to share one of the strongest accountability frameworks possibly ever written. It comes from the book The Oz Principle by Roger Connors, Tom Smith, and Craig Hickman. The authors, they describe a simple idea. In every situation, we choose to operate either above the line or below the line. Above the line behavior, this reflects ownership, learning, and solutions. Below the line behavior, that reflects blame, excuses, and avoidance. The book makes something very clear. Accountability begins with you, but it cannot stop with you. Leaders must model above the line behavior and also guide others back above the line when they slip. That's how culture is created and strengthened. So, here's a powerful example. I once witnessed a general manager, and he watched one of his sales managers speak to one of the salespeople in a way that was just not very good. It was dismissive and, frankly, somewhat abusive. It shut the employee down and went directly against the culture the general manager was working to build. Now, in that moment, the GM had a difficult choice: ignore it and avoid the discomfort, or step in and uphold the standard. The GM chose leadership. The GM pulled the manager aside, addressed the behavior clearly, and actually sent the manager home for the day. Not as a punishment, but as a reset and as sending a message. And the GM knew this meant he would now have to work twice as hard to cover the responsibilities for the rest of the day. Yet he still did it. And because he understood the long-term impact of allowing that below-the-line behavior and what it would do to weaken everything he was trying to build, he knew it was necessary. This is exactly what the Oz Principle teaches. Through its 4 steps. See it. Leaders must see reality clearly, including the behaviors that cannot align with the culture. Number 2, own it. Leaders take responsibility even when the moment is uncomfortable or inconvenient. Number 3, solve it. When leaders ask, what can I do to elevate this team? Which sometimes means tough conversations, extra effort afterwards. And the 4th, do it. Leaders must follow through. They must act. They set the tone for the entire organization. Now, here's where this mindset becomes even more powerful. During a leadership team recently at another dealership, we were discussing the above the line concept. And the owner of the dealership shared a story about a recent moment where they had personally struggled to stay above the line. This owner was very open about where they fell short. And that vulnerability, it sent a clear message to the leadership team. It signaled that this honesty was welcome. It made space for others to acknowledge when they had slipped below the line as well. And this is where real cultural strength begins. When leaders are willing to call out below the line behavior in others, but also willing to admit when they fall short, going below the lines themselves, the result is a culture of authentic ownership. People stop hiding mistakes. They stop feeling guarded. The team becomes more open and supportive and more connected to those standards that everyone is trying to reach. In a culture like that, accountability doesn't look like finger pointing. It does not tear people down. Instead, it becomes this shared commitment that says, we want each other to succeed. We want the team to succeed. And we will hold ourselves accountable and each other accountable to those standards that are going to help us get there. So, here's my challenge for you this week. Share the above the line and below the line picture that I've got in the email with your team. Have an open discussion around what it looks like when we hold ourselves accountable, and talk about what it means to admit when we slip up, when we're doing a below the line behavior, and how powerful it is to own that moment. Then have a conversation about the courage it takes to hold each other accountable, not through blame, but through encouragement and commitment to one another. When you lead these conversations and model the behavior yourself, you will help create a culture where accountability becomes natural, honesty becomes normal, and growth becomes the expectation. That is above the line leadership. And that is my Tuesday tip for this week. Thanks for listening. Take care.